Today, Tuesday, the 19th of August 2025, we have some handpicked event to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks from the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And we want to say congratulations based on the games we shared on Sunday, for we registered a very high win rate percentage, and the games we shared to members only were also very amazing. And before I proceed to the games of today, Tuesday, I will first of all want to share the result we had on Sunday. And we did not share any result with you on Saturday, that is on Monday, because of course there were not safety event to share. But today, Tuesday, we have some few. But before we proceed to the list of games we have for today, Tuesday, the 19th, then of course, let's first of all look at Sunday's result, how they were excellent. Let's proceed with the result before I'm looking at today's events. Let's proceed. On Sunday, we registered amazingly excellent result with a very high win rate percent, which we shared to everyone, as well as the games we shared to members only. The results were very amazing, and I'll share with you all the games and pinpoint the ones we had for members only, as well as the one we shared to everyone. The results were amazing. The first game here, we looked at Australia in the Tasmania Southern Championship. We looked at South Hobart against Southeast United. This game, it was shared to members only, and we looked at 1.5, 2.5 goal, it ended as 5 against 5. It was one of our favorite, and we instruct to also follow it live to make more wins with this game. We have 10 goals, making it successful. It was shared to members only. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Australia in the NPL ACT. We looked at Gongalin against Canberra, Croatia. This one was also shared to members only. We looked at Canberra, Croatia to win, as well as the probability of 1.5 and 2.5 goal. In any of the case, they were all successful. Congratulations to you all. It was amazing. In the next, we looked at Sweden in the Division 2, Norra Sivilan. We looked at Sonesta against Kongagen. This one was shared to everyone. We looked at the home to lead, as well as 1.5 and 2.5 goal. All cases were true, making it successful. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Kurusia against Tartu Khalif. This one was shared to members only. We looked at 1.5, 2.5 goal, ended as 4 goals, making it a huge success. Congratulations, it was successful. In the next, we looked at Madu against Perth. It was also shared to members only. It was excellently successful. 3 goals were scored, where we looked at 1.5 and 2.5 goal. All cases were true, making it successful. Congratulations, it was shared to members only. In the next, we looked at Norway in the Division 3, Group 5. We looked at Madla against Sadness Youth. This was shared to everyone. We looked at Mazda to lead, as well as 1.5 goal. All cases were true, making it successful. It was amazing. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Sweden in the Avescan Women, Vaxjo against Haken Women. We looked at Haken to lead, as well as 1.5 and 2.5 goal. It was shared to everyone. It ended 5 against 0, making everything successful. Congratulations. It was a huge success. In the next, we looked at Germany in the Cup Del Menhoth against Borussia Mönchengladbach. We looked at 1.5 and 2.5 goal. It was shared to members only. It ended as 3 against 2. A total of 5 goals were scored, making it successful. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Iceland in the Division 1, Copenhagen against Grindavik. This one was shared to everyone. We looked at 1.5 and 2.5 goal. Ended as 3 against 3. A total of 6 goals were scored, making it successful. Congratulations, it was amazing. In the next, we looked at Kazakhstan in the Premier League, Astana against Ulutau. We looked at Astana to lead. We also looked at 1.5 or 2.5 goals. All cases were true, ended as 4 against 0. It was amazing. Congratulations. In the next, we looked at Norway in the Elite Siren. This one was shared to members only. In this particular one, we looked at Valerenga against Salzburg, where we looked at Valerenga, the home team, to have between 2 to 5 corner kicks. It was shared to members only. And in this case, we had a successful event. Valerenga ending up with a total of 5 corners, making it a huge success. It was shared to members only at the level 3 members level. We look at corner kick. Congratulations, it was successful. In the next, we looked at Poland in the Ekstraklasa, Wisla Plock against Legia Warszawa. We looked at Legia Warszawa to have between 2 to 5 corners. It was amazing. Legia Warszawa ending up with a total of 9 corners, making it a huge success. It was shared to members only. Congratulations to members of level 3. It was shared. The next was in the France Ligue 1, PSG against Nantes. We looked at PSG to lead. We also looked at least 1.5 goal. It ended with PSG to lead, making it successful. For those that went for PSG leading, congratulations, it was amazing. In the next, we looked at Italy Cup, AC Milan against Bari. It was shared to members only. We looked at AC Milan to win. We also looked at 1.5 goal in full time, making it a huge success. And I will share with you a slip ticket we shared to members of the level 3. The games, we had 3 odds on that slip and we hit it very hard. It was amazingly excellent. Let me share it with you. You can see this is a ticket here. It's a paid out ticket already. And we looked at a total of 3 odds shared to members of the level 3. We looked at Estonia in the S Liga B, Madrid against Bet, where we looked at 2.5 goal, odd was 1.17. In the next, we looked at Poland in the Ekstraklasa, Wisla Plock against Legia Warszawa. We looked at Legia to have at least 4 corners. It ended up with a total of 9 corners. The odd was 1.27. In the next, we looked at Norway in the Elite Siren, Vålerenga against Salzburg. We looked at least 5 corners for Vålerenga. It ended up with 5 corner kick, making it successful. Odd was 1.39. And lastly, in the slip, we looked at Sweden in the Avescan, where we looked at Hammarby to have at least 5 corners. He had a total of 7 with an odd of 1.39, making it a huge success. This odd here gave us a total of 3 odds, making it a huge success with a very high impression rate, and as well as the fact that we staked a very high odds, making it a good success with 3 odds on the slip. And to those of you who want to have access to our handpick event like this, especially the games we share to members only with a very high win rate and good odds, which you can take advantage of it, then you want to make sure to also join the membership package plan to be having direct match prediction based on our handpick, which we share to our members only. Especially members of the level 2 pro or level 3 master, you want to join any of the plan to have access to our handpick event to start taking your win to the next height. We also share or give to you top tutorial classes which you take to improve your skill and take your win to the next height. If you're interested to join, you want to follow the link below this video to join the membership package plan to have access to those features to start taking your win to the next height. So without wasting time, let's now look at some of the games we have to share with you today. Let's proceed. Looking at the first event game on this list, we are looking at Spain in the La Liga. We are looking at Real Madrid against Osasuna. In this event, the performance of Real Madrid in the game they just had in the Club World Cup have proved to be very amazing. They had games with very strong teams like Dortmund, they beat it 3-2. Juventus, they beat it. Pachuca, they beat it. Al Hilal, they beat it. Of course, the result in the Club World Cup have been very amazing. And also in the La Liga, they also proved to be very great, where they had game against Real Sociedad and other teams where they have registered wins consecutively. If we look at Osasuna, on the other hand, its defensive line is not good. They just had game in the club friendly recently. Their defensive line have proved to be very conceding. Conceding 2 against Freiburg, conceding 4 against Real Sociedad. And if Real Madrid, as compared to Real Sociedad in terms of its form, is better as compared to Real Sociedad, then there is also the possible chance of Real Madrid to beat Osasuna, because Real Sociedad was able to lead 4-1 playing with Osasuna. Now, if we look at the recent head-to-head in the La Liga, which Real had against Osasuna, they were able to beat it 4-0. As I've said that, Real, its form is almost as compared to that of Sociedad, which is even more. So if Real Sociedad could beat Osasuna 4-1, then Real is also be able to beat Osasuna. So they are coming again to meet for this tournament, which of course it is just starting. It is the first round of this tournament that they are coming to meet, and it is just starting. You can see they have been placed in the 11th position for Real and 13th position for Osasuna. So Real having a good form, we want to amaze here, making sure that they try to lead so that they can have good point to move better on the league table, since this particular tournament is just starting. As a result, we're expecting at least 2 major PK and full time. For this particular event, everything being put in place, we expect Real Madrid, the home team, to lead as one of the major pick. We also want to expect at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over, since comparing the strength of Real against Real Sociedad, Of course, if Real Sociedad could able to lead against Osasuna 4-1, then there is still a possible chance of Real Madrid to score goals here. So we look at Real to lead as well as at least 1.5 or 2 goals over in this event in full time. Let's proceed to the next. Looking at the next, we looked at Australia in the NPL Western Australia. We're looking at Bayswater against Stirling, Macedonia. In this event, Bayswater have proved to have amazing offense, scoring 3 in the recent event against Pet Glory, 2 against Olympic Kingsway, and 3 against Western Knight. The opponent, on the other hand, proved that they are also offensive and they do also concede. Having played against Floret and Tena, they were able to score 3 and Floret scored 2 to prove that the defensive line concede as well. You can see another game still in the WAPL against Fremantle City. They scored 2, but they still concede 1. Against Pet SC, they scored 2 and they also concede. So they both score and concede on both sides. So they are coming to meet for this particular tournament. And of course, if you look at the stand performances, what you will observe is the fact that these two are in the second and third position. Their offensive strength is very good. For Stirling, they've had 5 games with 4 lead, scoring 19, conceding 6. That's an average of about 4 goals in each game played, and they also concede at least 1 goal per each game. The opponent, Bayswater, also have an average of about 3 goals scored in each event game play. So the two are coming to meet, which have good offense on both sides. So there'll be high shoot on and off target by both sides, and we therefore expect at least 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, both of the two sides want to impress, causing more shoot on and off target, and as a result, there will be the probability of goal. So we expect 1.5 goal in full time as one of the major picks. We also expect 2.5 goal to occur in this event in full time. Looking at the next here, we look at Poland in the first league. We are looking at Legnica against LKS Lodz. In this event, Legnica have proved to concede high amount of corners, and Lodz have proved to have a high scoring corner kick event. So we are looking at LKS Lodz to have corner kicks between 2 to 4. That is, you can go for 2.5 corners for Lodz in full time or 3.5 corners for Lodz in full time. And now, of course, let's look at some stats to back this up. Let's first of all begin with Legnica, looking at the most recent game they've had, how they do concede corners, as well as the probability of them to score. Let's look at the first game. They had against Hemelingen, they were able to score a total of 6 corners. And you can see that they also concede 6 corners to prove that they are good at conceding and they are also good at scoring. Another event they had was against Udra Opole. This time, the home was able to score, that is, they conceded 4. As you can see, 4 corners were scored and 5 were conceded to prove that they are still good at conceding strength. They concede well and they do also score. In the next, they had against Werder Poznan. They were able here to concede a total of 2 and scored 7 to prove that they are good at scoring and they also concede. If we look at the average of goals, corner concede as to score, then we are going to see that the home is a good conceding team. Let's now look at the away game played by this particular team, Lodz. Now, we look at the first game by Lodz. They had against Chobri Glogo. This event, you are going to see that Lodz score a total of 10 corners and concede 6 to prove that they are very amazing in terms of corner scoring, and they also concede. Another event was a game they had against Whistler. This time, they score a total of 6 and they also concede 6. That is good at scoring and good at conceding. And another they had was against Polonia. This time, they were able to score 5 and they concede 8. This tells us and gives us just one trend to prove that the away is good at scoring corners and they are also good at conceding. As far as its opponent, the home team, is also good when it comes to scoring corners and also conceding. So the two are coming to meet. We expect, therefore, at least 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, everything being put in place, both of the two sides are good at scoring corner and they do also concede. So we might want to look at the probability of 6.5 and 7.5 corner kick as a joint effect in full time, and even 8.5 corners. But of course, we also want to take advantage of the way that try to score more corners and looking at 2 to 4 corner kick for the way. So we can still say Lodz to have 2.5 corner kick in full time or Lodz to have 3.5 corner kick in this event in full time. These are our 3 major picks here. 1, 6.5 corners in full time. 2, 7.5 corners in full time. 3, love the away to have between 2 to 4 corners. That is, you can go for 2.5 corners for the away or 3.5 corners for the away in full time. This is our major pick for this event. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the Oberliga Bremen. We're looking at Brinkumer against Hemelingen. In this event, Hemelingen, the away, have proved to have great offenses, scoring 2 and 3 and 8 in the most recent event they had, and 3 as well. They always score when they ever meet here. Brinkumer also, on the other hand, is very high striking power team, and they also do concede. Scoring 6, scoring 3, conceding 3, scoring 3, conceding 2, conceding 5, scoring 6, conceding 2. Now, the head-to-head they had recently in the Oberliga Bremen, they had a total of 3 goals between the two. They are coming again to meet, and both sides are still good in the striking strength. This tournament is just starting and is the second round, and both of the two sides want to impress to get better position on the league table. As a result, we expect at least 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, both of the two sides will still want to impress, causing more shoot on and off target. So we expect at least number 1, 1.5 goal in full time, number 2, 2.5 goal to occur in this event in full time. The next, we looked at Germany still in the Oberliga Bremen, but this time Werder Bremen against Blumenthaler. In this event, Blumenthaler is good at scoring, and they also do concede. Scoring 4, conceding 1, scoring 1, conceding 1, conceding 3, scoring 1, scoring 5, conceding 1. In fact, they always do score and they always do concede as well. The home team, which is an opponent, also proved to have great offense. Scoring 3, scoring 4, conceding 4, scoring 2, conceding 1, scoring 2, conceding 1, to also prove that they always do score and they always do also concede. If we looked at the recent head-to-head they just had this same year, both of the two sides met. A total of 5 goals were scored between the two, to prove that both sides are good at scoring and conceding. They are coming again to meet for this tournament, which is just starting as the first round of this tournament. And you can go in to see that both of the two sides will therefore want to impress to see how they can cause more shoot on and off target. As a result, we expect 2 major pick here in full time. For this particular event, we're expecting 1.5 goal as one of the major pick, 2.5 goal as the next major pick in this event in full time. And to those of you who want to have access, especially to our games we share to members only, with a very high win rate in terms of corner kick event, goal probability event, and top-notch tutorial classes, which you can use as an advantage to stand ahead of others to take your bet to the next level, then you want to make sure to join the membership package plan, either level 2 Pro or level 3 Master plan, to have access to these features to take your win to the next height. We share with you our hand-pick event in terms of our favorite, which we term as short picks of the day, as our best, which you can make your pick from it to boost your winning. You also have access to top-notch tutorial classes that share with you exactly how we find games to include in our sleep, the top secret strategy we use to find games to include in our sleep, and also live game strategy you can use to follow some of the event live to make more amazing wins. You're also going to see exactly some of the strategy which we use to find goal probability games to include in our sleep, and also corner kick games which are very amazing to include also in our sleep. These tutorials are reserved only for members only. Level 2 Pro have different levels of tutorials they are going to have, and Level 3 Master also have different levels of tutorials. So whatever level you want to join, you're going to access all the tutorial levels, all the videos tutorial we had on those levels, so that you upgrade your skill to see how you can make amazing wins with our strategy which we have shared. To those of you who are interested, you want to make sure to check the link below this video and see how you can also access the membership to have access to these features to take your win to the next height. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, titled as the Home tab, as you can see here, you're going to notice that we provide match predictions to members only. These are members only match prediction picks which we have handpicked based on our short pick and favorite events we share to members only. You can see based on our top 9, top 8, top 7, and we keep updating this area on a regular basis to give you the best handpicked event which you can use to boost your winning. To those of you who are interested to join, you want to make sure to join the package plan, either level 2 Pro or level 3 Master, to start having access to our handpick events, which you can see here, to start taking your winning to the next height. Also, having access to our handpick event at the same time give you access to our top-notch tutorial classes. For example, if you enroll to the level 2 Pro membership package plan, you also have access to what we call the level 2 Pro classes. To do so, you just want to make sure to come to this area here that says playlist and click on the playlist section. Then you are going to see an area that says level 2 Pro class. You want to make sure that you click on this area once you have had the membership package plan. You access the level 2 Pro class. This will give you access to the live match corner kick strategy step by step, a simple trick to make consistent win, the never sit match prediction strategy, which will share with you how we find games to include in our sleep, the straight win and comeback strategy for you to use at your advantage, the tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy you can use at your advantage, and the 99% win rate strategy you can use for yourself. These are top-notch tutorial classes you can use. Once you join the Level 2 Pro class, you have access to all of these features, as well as at the same time having access to all our handpick events we share to members only to take your win to the next level. But if you subscribe to the Level 3 Master Plan, then you want to make sure to come to this area that says Level 3 Master Classes and click on this area. Once you come here, you're going to see that you have access to the Level 3 Masterclass. That will make you have access to the excellent corner kick strategy review step by step, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight wins, the game changer corner kick strategy that reveals the top secret site we use to find games to include in our sleep based on corner kicks, 6 amazing AI tools you can use at your advantage, the home and away win match prediction strategy step by step, and the 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. These are top-notch tutorial classes for Level 3 Masters that make you stand ahead of others to start taking your win to the next height. These are the levels of masterclass we have to share with you. You want to make sure that you enroll to either the Level 2 Pro class or Level 3 Master Plan to have access to these features, while at the same time you also have access to all our handpick event on the home tab section, as you can see, based on our favorite and short pick, which will update regularly for you to use at your advantage and take your win to the next height. Also, at the same time, we have some free video tutorials, which of course you can come to this area that says video and click on the video tab directly. Once you do so and try to access this area, you're going to see some of the bet strategy we have to share with you. Like, for example, the match prediction strategy for amazing winning. This is the second episode of it. And the more you scroll across this area, you'll discover even more tutorials which you can use for free at your advantage. I will just go ahead to share some few with you, which you can use as an example. For example, we have this one here, the best football soccer prediction app for this year that will amaze you. And if you scroll even more, you see another one here, the best football prediction website for this year, which you can use them effectively. We have shared exactly how you can use some of the prediction website at your advantage. And the more you scroll this area, you'll discover even more top-notch free tutorials, which you can also use at advantage and try to see how you can implement to boost your win strategy when it comes to match predictions. Moreover, I will share with you other recommended tutorials which are free that I would like you to watch. One of it, which of course I will scroll across this page to pinpoint it to you so that you make sure that you go ahead to watch it. It is free. One of it here is this particular one, which of course, let's try to scroll across this page to share it exactly with you. We have one here which we have titled as the top 5 soccer prediction apps being compared, where we have compared some of the features of some of the bet prediction app which you can use at your advantage. Now we have another one here which will title it as the expert tips for picking winning soccer matches. Here we revealed some of the tips which are termed as the expert tip, which you can use at advantage, as you can see here, to see how you can find some games to include in your sleep. Next, we looked at this particular one here, 5 hidden Sofascore features to make amazing wins or amazing win with your bet slip. In this strategy, we have labeled some of the 5 hidden Sofascore features you never knew existed, which you can use at advantage and make some picks to include in your sleep. We have another one here, which we just published not far ago, titled as the 4 secret amazing tips for making bet picks to include in your sleep. We mentioned some of the pitfalls and some of the things you should avoid when it comes to match predictions, so that you are going to make the best handpick events or matches to include in your sleep to boost your winning. And that being said, these are some of the free tutorials you can have and watch for free to boost your handpick prediction event.